So a slimmer version of the PS5 has just been revealed and I think it's actually a decent option. This version is basically a PS5 Slim even though they don't call it that. It has always been like this as fans were the ones who gave the consoles a slim name. Sony never referred to them as such and they have always released a smaller version of their console later in the generation but would never call it a Slim. But back to the matter at hand. It's better cause the disk drive will now be detachable, which means that new owners of the new digital version can just order a separate disk drive if they ever decide to upgrade. This is much better cause if you bought the original digital version, you would have to buy a whole new PS5 to get access to discs. The design is mostly the same, which is different from the other PlayStation generations, but it's alright cause the PS5 design is quite nice, at least in my opinion. However, I find it a bit weird that this console is going to start coming out later this year as it's going to slowly replace the old model while also planning to release more plates for the original PS5. A bit of a strange decision since the new PS5 owners won't get access to those plates, but I guess they are trying to accommodate the millions of users who already have the original model. The stand situation is quite strange as well, cause you will now be only getting a stand that will support the console horizontally. If you want your new PS5 to stand upright, you need to invest in a separate vertical stand. I get that they needed to make new stands to accommodate the new size of the PS5, but why go out of your way to inconvenience your customers like this? They should have just done something similar to the original model where you could place your PlayStation either vertically or horizontally. They also sneakily increased the price of the digital version of the console, which is kind of a shame, but it is sadly the economic situation the whole industry is in right now. Everything is just gonna keep increasing in price. A good thing though is that the storage is gonna increase from 850GB to 1TB, which might be a small increase, but I will take anything I can get. Every game is starting to get bigger and bigger in size, so every bit of extra storage counts. They are also adding an additional USB-C port, which is helpful, but they are removing the USB-A port in front of the console for it, which is kind of inconvenient as a USB cable for charging the PS5 controller is already so short, so now it's going to be even more difficult to charge your controller while playing your games. Despite some minor setbacks for this version of the PS5 console, I think it's great overall as it provides additional storage plus an option for a detachable disk drive. It's neat that it's smaller as well since the original version of the PS5 was quite bulky. There are still a few inconvenient things, but at least the good mostly outweighs the bad. But what do you guys think of this version of the console? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, and with that being said, this has been 2367 Ruben signing out.